One recipe from this episode will be in the Arts and Life section of the Winnipeg Free Press.
And welcome back to Great Tastes of Manitoba. Manitoba turkey producers tonight, turkey with a twist. Aaron Oblast back, Manitoba Liquor Marts, and we're going to do our beverage pairings in just a second. But Chef Jason Wartzman, as usual, you've brought out some amazing products tonight and done some amazing things with them. So why don't you recap for us what we made tonight?
Okay, we started with spatchcock turkey, and we took our new seasoned whole turkey, which is infused with real turkey broth. And so essentially took the back out, flattened it out, and we had some paprika, did a rub on it, and just baked it quickly in the oven. The next one was a Mediterranean sausage turkey stuffing. So it was an Italian twist to it there, and using another new product of ours, which is a Mediterranean turkey sausage, and did it in a casserole instead of stuffing it in the whole bird, so it would cook more evenly. And the last one we did was a cabbage roll. We used ground turkey instead of beef, and some brown rice in there, and that was it.
Making Jewish and Ukrainian babas everywhere very happy.
Join the Great Taste community. If you've got a question for one of our experts, or if you've tried one of our recipes, drop us a note at greattastesmb.ca or on our social media channels.
And then Aaron Oblast, you kind of gave us a little bit of a hint as to what it was that you were going to be doing with these beverage pairings. And so tell us kind of how you specifically delineated these.
Okay, well, turkey and Sauvignon Blanc go very well together. Sauvignon Blanc is a grape variety they make wine out of, thankfully. And what's interesting when you think of wine and when you're pairing it and you're looking at flavor, we often think of individual varieties. You know, do I go red? Do I go white? Do I go sweet? Do I go dry? So fundamentally, we have 3 Sauvignon Blanc, but what makes them different is where they're grown. So you may have heard the term terroir, which would be the nature, and then there's also winemaking, which would be the nurture, and there's subtle differences depending on where you are getting your wine from. So with the first dish, the spatchcock, we have a VQA. VQA stands for Vintners Quality Alliance. If you remember from previous seasons, this is a 100% Canadian wine, Jackson Triggs, Okanagan Valley Sauvignon Blanc. Okanagan, ripe, lots of good fruit come from there, including grapes, delicious, light, tart. Sauvignon Blanc is known for citrus, and Sauvignon Blanc is more well known from areas like New Zealand, which is where our second wine is from, Selene, the Straits. Now in New Zealand, they're actually right under the hole in the ozone layer that's repairing, thankfully. And as a result, due to the UV exposure, you get a lot of aromatics in New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc that you can't find in other Sauvignon Blanc.
Really?
Yeah, it's very interesting, very expressive, very flavorful, light, but still citrus. So a nice grapefruit note to this one that will complement the dish very, very well. Now, how did Sauvignon Blanc get to New Zealand?
How, Aaron?
So Sauvignon Blanc as a grape was brought by European settlers.
Makes sense.
And they brought it from Bordeaux, which is in France. You may think Bordeaux, you think red wine. But in Bordeaux, they actually make sweet and dry Sauvignon Blanc, very high stature. But being from France, it's a bit cooler climate. It doesn't have the same UV exposure as New Zealand. You'll still get those nice citrusy flavors and those aromatics, but they'll be slightly more muted. And it's all because of where it's grown. Same variety, different location. So when you see a recipe, and you're thinking, what am I going to pair with this? I'm going to pair a white. Don't necessarily think, will it be Chardonnay or will it be Pinot Grigio? Kind of think a little more. Okay, where am I getting this from? What impact will that have? You know, talk to the people who are selling you wine. Do some research, because when you get wine from different areas of the world based on the climate, based on the people, the culture, it will be different even if it's the same grape. So I like to have fun, and maybe even if you have a 5-course meal, you could choose to do the same variety. Or if you're having guests over, ask them all to bring you a Cabernet Sauvignon or a Sauvignon Blanc, and then I guarantee you no two will taste the same, which is kind of like, you know, if I was to make one of Chef's recipes and I put my own twist, do you know what I mean? So it just changes things up a bit and keeps it exciting.
You're always blowing my mind with your knowledge, and I'm
Good.
not even being sarcastic with that.
Good.
So Chef Jason Wartzman can come make your 5-course meal, and Aaron can bring the wine, maybe. I don't know.
Of course.
Anyway, listen, this is the 30th season of Great Tastes of Manitoba. Thank you so much for having been with us all these years. We are so excited about this season. We have lots more to come. And just a quick reminder, if you love what we do, if you love what our product experts bring to the show, make sure you check us out online, all right? So we've got social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're on all of those. And of course, our website is greattastesmb.ca. It is such a joy to be with you every Saturday night. We'll see you back here next week, right here on Great Tastes of Manitoba.
Great Tastes of Manitoba is presented by Manitoba Liquor Mart. Great Tastes is brought to you by greattastesmb.ca. Local farms, local foods. Great Taste is sponsored by the Government of Canada and Manitoba Agriculture through the Canadian Agricultural Partnership. Promotional consideration is provided by the Winnipeg Free Press. Des Daniels Wardrobe provided in part by Loca Boutique. Great Taste is produced in cooperation with participating Manitoba Commodities, Manitoba Agriculture, and Manitoba Liquor Mart. Great Taste is produced by Frank Digital.